Hello, I'm Jonathan O'Brien. Body language is a key component in any negotiation. In fact, in all the negotiation teams that I've worked with and seen, I would say that 95% of those teams give away their position with body language, either intentionally or unintentionally. So actually, when we negotiate, body language is both our worst enemy and our best friend. When we communicate, about 7% of communication is based on the words we say alone. The other 38% is based upon how we say the words, the tone, the inflection, the speed of our voice, what we call paralanguage and metalanguage. And 55% of communication comes from our body language. Now, when we talk about body language, we're not just talking about, well, if somebody folds their arms, it means they're close to you. That isn't what body language is about. That's actually quite an old, outdated view of interpreting body language. Body language is about all the things that we do in a particular situation and how those give away what's happening within our subconscious. In a face-to-face negotiation, body language is absolutely critical, and that's why many people prefer face-to-face scenarios. However, the world has changed, and in this new post-COVID-19 era, we find ourselves using remote technology, and that is why body language still has a role, because when you're talking to a camera and you're talking to your opponent somewhere else in the world, being able to communicate and manage your body language is just as important. So when we use body language in a negotiation, what we're doing is something slightly different. The first thing we have to do is calibrate our opponent and understand what is it that they do when they are just kind of talking casually. And that's often why in a face-to-face situation or a remote situation, people will have a chat, they'll make small talk, they'll get a feel for who you are, ask you questions and see how you respond. So we're calibrating that person, and then we're looking for particular cues, particular things they do when you ask a question. Perhaps it might be eye movement, it might be how they move on their seat, it might be whether they begin to perhaps show signs of being slightly uncomfortable and doing things that, you know, might just make them give a display that they perhaps shifted from a position of being comfortable to being uncomfortable. Those are vital signs. So we're looking for the cues. We're looking for clusters of behavior where people do the same thing. And then we're looking for changes. So body language is not about traditional looking at gestures. It's about watching and understanding a person. It's about looking for the things they do, looking for clusters, and then looking at when something changes, because that sign that something's changed is vital intelligence, that actually maybe they're feeling a little uncomfortable. We've got them to a point in the negotiation where they're actually up against their best deal, and that's vital intelligence which will help us know whether we're actually making progress in the negotiation or whether we've still got some way to go.